Real effective prepping isn't about stuffing every available shelf space. It's about brutal efficiency and choosing smart. You don't need 1,000 items. You need a powerful, focused strategy. In fact, you only need 5 core foods. Master these 5, and you won't just survive the chaos, you'll outlast it while everyone else burns through their temporary emergency snacks. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. Join a community that preps smart, not scared. 1. Rice, the foundation of survival. If your stockpile doesn't start with rice, you're not prepping, you're pretending. Rice is the dividing line between people who say they're ready and the ones who actually are. You can have all the fancy gear and tactical meal kits you want, but without rice, your prep doesn't mean much. It's cheap, unstoppable, and too effective for the survival industry to profit from. That's why they don't hype it up. Think about it. $25 for a 50-pound bag. That's thousands of calories. Real fuel, not snack energy. Do the math. Rice beats 99% of survival foods in calories per dollar. While others brag about $300 meal buckets, the quiet preppers are sitting on 500 pounds of rice, airtight, ready to go. And when a disaster hits, those meal kit warriors starve in a week. Rice stockpilers? They're still eating comfortably. Rice is more than filler. It's a force multiplier. Pair it with beans and you've got complete protein. The stuff your body actually runs on. Even alone, with just oil and salt, rice can carry you through. Civilizations were built on it for a reason. But here's where most people mess up: storage. Throwing a sack in your pantry won't cut it. Moisture, bugs, and rot will ruin it. The right way? Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers, and food-grade buckets. Done right, your rice can last 30 years. That's not food. That's insurance. And don't ignore the warning signs. Global rice prices are climbing. One drought, one war, one export ban. And rice doubles overnight. You don't want to be fighting over a $50 bag when you could have stocked up for half that. Bottom line, if your prep doesn't start with rice, you're not ready. 2. Beans, the muscle behind the meal. Rice keeps you alive. Rice and beans keep you strong. Beans are the powerhouse of survival food. If rice is the backbone, beans are the muscle. They turn a pile of starch into a complete meal and a complete protein. Together, they're the same nutritional strength as meat, without needing refrigeration or a lucky hunting trip. The mistake most rookies make? Skipping beans for overpriced junk, jerky, candy, protein bars. All expensive, short-lived, and useless in a real collapse. Beans are the opposite. They last decades, cost pennies, and keep you full for hours. Dry beans are your long-term investment. Stored right, they last 25 to 30 years. Canned beans are your short-term win. Pop the lid and eat straight if you have to. No fire, no fuel, no waiting. When the lights go out, you'll still be eating real meals. Beans aren't optional. They're non-negotiable. Rice alone keeps you alive. Rice plus beans keeps you thriving. That combo is survival perfection, proven by centuries. 3. Oats, the silent fuel. Oats don't shout for attention. They just keep you moving when everyone else crashes. Oats are the most underrated survival food out there. Everyone grabs rice, beans, or canned goods. But oats quietly outperform them when it comes to speed and efficiency. Here's the deal. Survival mornings are brutal. You don't have time or fuel to cook big meals. Oats solve that. A splash of hot water and you're eating in minutes. Even cold water works if it has to. You can't say that about rice or beans. Oats are also versatile. Sweet with honey or powdered milk, savory with broth or canned meat. You can even grind them into flour for bread or pancakes. That's how you beat food fatigue. By having options that don't require 50 extra ingredients. And when it comes to storage, oats are simple. Rolled oats last 1 to 2 years as is, or up to 10 years in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. Steel-cut oats, even longer. They're light, cheap, and fuel efficient, which makes them perfect for bug-out bags or tight spaces. Ignore oats and you'll regret it the first morning you wake up starving, out of propane and staring at a bag of dry beans. 4. Flour or wheat, the soul of survival. Survival isn't just about eating. It's about feeling human. Flour gives you that. Flour, or better yet, wheat berries, is civilization in powder form. Sure, you can survive on beans and rice, but flour keeps morale alive. It turns scraps into meals and meals into memories. Think about it. Beans alone are rough. Beans with flatbread? That's dinner. Oats get boring fast, but add flour and suddenly you've got pancakes or bannock. Even without yeast or fancy tools, you can turn flour into tortillas or biscuits. That's not just food, that's comfort. 5. Peanut butter, the wild card. When the shelves go bare, peanut butter turns into gold. Most preppers stack carbs and forget fat. The biggest survival mistake you can make. Without fat, your brain fogs, your body crashes, and your mood tanks. Peanut butter fixes all of that in one jar. A single spoonful gives you nearly 200 calories of fat, protein, and satisfaction. No cooking, no heating, no waiting. Just open and eat. In survival mode, that's priceless. It's calorie-dense, shelf-stable, and comforting. Stir it into oatmeal, spread it on bread, mix it into beans. It upgrades everything. And if you're bugging out, it's perfect. Light, compact, high-calorie fuel that doesn't need fire. Shelf life? 1 to 2 years minimum, often more if stored cool and dark. And here's the kicker. In a crisis, peanut butter becomes currency. Everyone will have rice or beans. Not everyone will have fat. That scarcity turns peanut butter into trade gold. But peanut crops are under stress. Droughts and shortages are already pushing prices up. When the next shock hits, peanut butter will vanish from shelves overnight. So stock it now, because once it's gone, it's gone. So there it is. Rice, beans, oats, flour, and peanut butter. Simple, cheap, powerful, and proven. Forget the gimmicks. Forget the flashy prepper kits. These 5 are the real deal. The foundation of any survival stash that works. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and tell me, if you could only pick one of these 5, which would it be? And don't forget to hit subscribe for more no-fluff, straight-talk survival tips. Because survival doesn't start in a bunker. It starts in your pantry. Stay smart, stay prepared.